Hey everybody, welcome to Build Fly Go. So this is a bonus video. So I was looking through all of my storage and I found that one of the cameras that we had in the workshop that I thought was off was actually recording and has been for since the beginning. So we don't have some of the early videos from when we received the fuselage. I'm sorry, the empennage kit and the wing kit, and this is it, which is really cool. So this is the workshop as it's empty, and you saw us unloading the truck from the gentleman that we bought the kits from, and my just getting ourselves ready to getting the shop ready for the kit, right? So there's so much stuff here, and we have to unload and figure out. You'll see the there's some artifacts in the video. This is one of the reasons I don't use this camera anymore. But I figure I found the video, might as well use it. So we're inspecting a lot of the parts that were pre-built. You'll see there's some Aladyne parts that are the ones that are in that sort of coppery color. We didn't actually reuse any of those. The previous builder, the previous owner of this kit, had many parts that he had started working on, and they sat out. And I'm a crazy perfectionist, is maybe the proper way of saying this. And I wanted parts that I had myself worked on the entire time. So none of the parts that were pre-done by the gentleman we bought the kit from, we reused. They're all new, so it's entirely built by us. And but we inspected them anyway, just to see what they look like and see if they were worth keeping as spare parts, or if someone might want a partially built vertical stabilizer or something like that. And we decided to just put them in the spare metal bin. So you'll notice that I'm actually working on a ton of things at once, right? So these are the vertical stabilizer skins. And we already had the frames for them to mount them up from the previous airplane, but I had to make, I think, one more or cut them to the proper size for this kit, because the planes are the vertical stabilizers are much bigger. But that's what you're seeing here. Is I don't think we actually have a video of this from the regular angle, but you get to see us building the vertical stabilizer, and you can see the horizontal stabilizer. I keep saying vertical. This is the horizontal stabilizer. The vertical stabilizer skin, you can see, is on the bottom of the frame there on the right, standing up. And that was partially assembled by the previous owner. And we ended up, I don't think we even used that skin. We replaced the skin as well. But anyway, these spars are huge, right? I mean, these horizontal stabilizer spars, you can see there's one of them that there. You can see me deburring and countersinking, and it extends like almost the length of the shop. The thing is so big. This is one of the things that we also did early on when we had a ton of space. You can see we're scuffing parts and getting them ready. I use a pre-coat method, and we're just using a tub and spraying them down in the tub in the workshop. I'm also spraying primer in the workshop, and I wish I hadn't done that. It ruined one of my cameras because of the overspray just coated the lens. And really, it's not a great idea, right? You saw the cloud of overspray that we had there, and that just covers everything. Look at that. It just covers everything. So, for months afterwards, we were wiping things down that had, sort of a coating of of green primer on them. And it looks like we've primed a lot of the horizontal stabilizer stuff, and for whatever reason here, I've moved on to looks like the rudder. Yeah, there's the rudder getting worked on up there, and the skin for the vertical stabilizer. I suspect that we a big part of this, of getting a pre-owned kit, is looking over all of the parts and seeing what needs to be replaced, what possibly has a little bit of corrosion on it, or just in shipping or something, like in shipping to us, right? Maybe wasn't ideally handled. But yeah, so there's a bit of, in the beginning, stumbling through, oh, I'm not going to reuse this part, and I have to wait for a new one to get ordered. So yeah, taking a break there. So a big part of, I guess one of the benefits of having done this before is we felt comfortable just jumping ahead in the plans and like, okay, I'm going to start working on this other thing. While we wait for that, right? So we're working on the vertical stabilizer, on horizontal stabilizer, and we have to wait for something. Okay, we're going to start on the rudder, right? Like why not, right? Like get that rudder done. So yeah, it looks like primer just arrived. Yay. I think I had maybe some leftover. I did. We had pints of primer, leftover primer from before, and the pints ran out, so I got another set of gallons. The actual weight of this primer is a lot less than you'd expect, right? So we're using gallons. I want to say we go through 4 gallons of primer in the RV-10, roughly. And if you look at the data sheet, you can see the weight of the solids per gallon, and it's something like for the whole RV-10, it's going to be like 15 pounds of primer for the whole airplane, and which I think is very reasonable, a very reasonable amount of primer for the protection you get. But yeah, again, you can see in the back the rudder is getting weighed down. The Pro Seal on the trailing edge is setting, and I will usually let that set for a couple of days so that it really, really sets. And in the meantime, I'm working on the horizontal stabilizer skeleton structure here. You can see there's a lot more internal ribs in the RV-10 stabilizer than in previous airplanes. But coming to the end of the bonus video, hope you enjoyed a little sneak peek from the other camera that we didn't have access to before. That camera is gone, so no more views from this one. But anyway, thanks for watching, subscribe, and we'll talk soon.